everyone, good to see you. Thank you for checking the video out. Really do appreciate it. Whether you're here for the first time or returning, many thanks. I do appreciate it. I'm going to go back into the 90s. Tune that I've always loved, and I actually heard it on the radio for the first time in a while, and I was like, got to do this one. So here we are. We're going to do by Matchbox 20 Push. Now, keep in mind, as we are doing this, on the album, it's tuned down a half step. So if you want to play along to the album, you're going to have to tune down a half step. I'm going to stay in standard tuning, really just simply because probably 95% of you, if you've clicked on this video, your guitar's already in standard tuning. We'll keep it like that. Let's just keep it simple. And then if you want to play along to the record, to the album, to the CD, whatever you got, you're going to want to tune down, okay? So again, thank you. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. You know, thumbs up, a like always helps me out here. It just kind of shows the YouTube world that, you know, maybe this isn't so bad of a video. So I appreciate it. So, and check out the website, sixstringfun.com. But enough. Let's get into the tune. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Let's get into this one, Matchbox 20 Push. Again, we're going to kind of just do the rhythm on this, on the acoustic guitar. There's different, you know, there's at least 2 or 3 different guitars going on in the song. There's a solo. I'll kind of walk you through maybe just the area of the solo. And if you want me to really, you know, do it note for note, I can certainly do it. Just, you know, in the comments, let me know. And again, key thing for this song, it is on the record a half step down. So it's tuned down a half step. I am not tuned down a half step like I said earlier. I just think most of us are already in standard tuning. Let's keep it that way. You could play along to this, but if you do want to play along to the record, you're going to have to tune down a half step. Okay, so the chords, G, D with an F sharp in the bass, an E minor, and a C. Pretty much your chords for the whole tune, where it's going to kind of rearrange them in different areas. So it's really good being economical with the chords, basically. Okay, so it's going to start off like this. So the rhythm pattern is going to be. That's how I do it. Not 100% there, but listen to the record. Again, if you're doing it solo on the guitar, you make it your own. It's going to be good. But you're basically walking down a bass line. G, that D, F sharp minor with the D, and E minor to the C. And there's a bit of a hammer in there and a pull on the, I guess it's the D string on the 2nd fret. You can't do it, just play the C. So. Progression continues. If you listen to the song, though, when it gets into the verse, the dynamics change a little bit. You can still strum that if you like, but it's more of just single chord strums. And that'll continue. There's a pre-chorus we're going to go into. 2 chords. It's going to be the D and the C. Basically, that's the pattern. We're going to do that twice. The quicker change back to the D. So that D is your transition into the chorus, okay? Chorus, basically the same chords we've been working with, but we're not going to use the E minor. So it's going to be a G to the D to the C, back to the D. Straightforward. So just those are the chords, make it your own. There's a back end to the chorus. So that's really that. It's kind of it's not the bridge because there's a bridge coming up. It's going to be E minor. I wanna take you forward. Right. So it's E minor to the D. I was just kind of playing the C add 9. You can play the regular C. Back to the D. Okay? So. second time. Think about that. And that's your intro, verse, chorus right there. It goes into the solo. I guess that is the solo. It's like right in the middle of the song, so it's right after the second chorus. I believe this whole solo is just G major pentatonic. So there's different, I mean, I can run through it right now real quick, I guess. And then it goes, I forget how the rest of it goes actually. So I missed a couple of notes, but that's basically, I mean, if you want to know for note, let me know and I'll work on it. It's taking me a little bit of time. But that's pretty much most of the song, and then there's a bridge. And it's going to be E minor, the D, with the F and the F sharp in the bass line, the C. Listen to the song because there's some dynamics that shift in there as far as the timing and the rhythm. The chords stay the same, but just starts and stops are going to be a little bit different, so pay attention to that. So, something along those lines, but again, all the same chords that have been there. Just a matter of rearranging. So it's good work as far as songwriting. You know, this is, you know, if you're learning how to write songs and you're looking to just kind of keep it simple, you know, and not have to introduce 8-10 different types of changes, yeah, this is one way to do it. So listen to this tune. This is it in a nutshell, basically. I mean, if you want to get away with it, you can do it solo. Enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell. It's much appreciated. And I will see you down the road here with Six-String Fun. Thank you. Everyone, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Rich, Six-String Fun, guitars, fun. Let's have some fun. We're going to go back into the 90s on this one, and I don't remember the exact year, but 90s, early, mid-90s. Spin Doctors, Two Princes. Great tune. It's really just 4 chords, and we're going to really strip this down. I know there's a lot to it in the tune, but we're going to kind of just keep it real simple so that you can kind of play solo acoustic. Campfire, whatever you want to do, solo, singer, or whatever you want to do. You know, it'll work. So again, if you haven't done so, like, subscribe, and if you like this video, you know, give it the thumbs up, like it, share it. You know, just, and if you like it, great. You know, give me some comments, and if you don't like it, give me some comments too. Always looking to improve. So we're going to take 4 chords here: D, B minor, A, and G. All right. I know, as far as how I played this full band, that intro. I'm playing. You should be playing, or you know, do whatever you want. I'm usually playing these bar chords. Acoustic guitar. Not really sure I dig coming all the way up here for some of these chords. So we're going to do the D here, B minor here, A to the G. Now there's some intricacies here and there. You play things a little bit differently. We're going to ride those 4 chords out for about 90% of the song, except for the like the pre-chorus area. All right, so we're going to keep this simple. And if the bar chords don't work, we can do. That'll work too. Whatever, mate. It's your world. I'm just paying rent. So let's get into this one. Okay, as I mentioned, 4 chords. We're going to do the D here. So it's going to be a 5th string root. So we're going to be on the 5th fret for the A string, and then 7, 7, 7 on the 7th fret, and then, you know, that's kind of where I end it from there. All right, we're going to go to the B minor power chord. Not even power chord, it's a full chord. Bar chord here on the 7th fret. So 7, 9, 9, 7, 7, 7. Moving it to the A major chord, bar chord. So it's going to be here 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. And then we're going to just shift it up another 2 frets. to the G chord, so it's 3, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5. Strumming pattern. That's one pattern. Put the chords in there. Tricky part here, and I just did it here. I don't know if you caught that. It's all major chords except this B, which is a minor. I don't know if you heard, I kind of played a major instead of a minor. If you do that, just plow right through it. Pretend like you meant to do it. Okay? Strumming pattern. Okay? And in particular, this B minor chord, pay attention. I'm playing the chord here, I play the chord here, and a little bit between. Okay? So you kind of hear that. I'm just really ripping on these 3 strings right here. Your E, your B, and your G for that one particular part. So that's really, like I said, 90-95% of the song is done. That's it. If you can do that, great. If the bar chords aren't your thing, just go to the open chords. D to a B minor, to the A, to the G. So instead of doing it, just swap it out. Again, your world. Make it however you want to do it. Just because you see a tab or you see that, this is all about you and how you make it easier for you, okay? There's one other part of the song. It's 3 chords. It's a G. You have to marry him or marry me. To the D. I ain't got no future or family tree. To the A. 2 counts. So it's, and you go right back into what we just did. So, marry him or marry me. Right back into it. And that's the tune. And now I know I've kind of simplified this maybe a little too much, but again, this is how you can do it. If you're just kind of doing a solo, you're playing somebody else singing, sing-along campfire, coffee house, bar, pub, it's going to work. Odds are, if there's 100 people there, you might have 2 people that are going to say, hey, you didn't play that note for note. It's all about just playing the stuff you can play, people digging it, tapping their feet to it. That's what matters. At least that's what I've experienced. I spend my time in the past way too much worrying about hitting exact notes when really you can kind of make it your own and it sounds just as good. So take this one. Hopefully you can put it in the toolbox and use it. Again, like, subscribe. Let me know if you like this. Share it, thumbs up, all that good stuff, that we do here on social media. So enjoy it, and I will see you. Much appreciated. I'm Richie. This is 6-String Fun. Going back, I think it was 1994, off the Purple album, I believe. Stone Temple Pilots, Big Empty. I gotta say, some of the guitar structure and guitar chords in these tunes always kind of left me scratching my head with just how different they were. So I really do enjoy them still today because it's just very different. No different here in this tune. So we're gonna take a look at this one. It's really just 2 chords in the verse. You've got 1 shape in the chorus that you're going to move around, and then just a couple of other little fills here and there, and we'll get into it. So again, if you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Let's get into this one. So as I mentioned, it is 2 chords. Kind of starting on this. Well, it's an E minor. E minor shape. Well, E minor. Well, we're gonna play it with our 2 index and middle finger here, and then we're going to bring the pinky and the index or the ring finger in for the B and the G string. So really, you got your open E and your open, both open E's, and then 2 2 3 3. All right. So really, it's all about the bass notes in these two chords, E. And there's a bit of a hammer and a pull with the ring finger. You got to listen to the it's very sporadic, very, it's not always the same. So open E. Listen to the tune, and again, it's always changing, it seems like, to a C, which I think is a dominant 7th here. C chord, but we're going to bring our pinky in for the G string on the 3rd fret. So, and hit that bass. And if it's tough to get into this E minor shape position, the cool thing is you can kind of get yourself a little bit of extra time by hitting that open E first and then getting into position. So it's, if we're coming out of the C to the E, watch it again. And that's real simplistic terms of doing it right there. And then from the, we're going to go into the chorus. G shape. Again, G shape. So we're going to start on the 3rd fret like a regular G chord. We're going to move it up to the 5th fret. And then we move it up to the 8th fret. So. Again. And if this chord sounds familiar by any chance, again, if you're a Rush fan, and I know some of you are out there, this is the open C that you hear in La Via Strangiato. Little fun fact. Anyway, so it's G shape, but G. G shape with the root on the A. G shape with the root on the C. So really, these middle strings are always ringing out. Then you've got the turnaround, which I guess it's still part of the chorus, might be the outro part of the chorus. And there's different ways you can play, well, different ways. I mean, if you want to just kind of do the bass note, that's how I do it. So it's going to be the G on the 6th string, 3rd fret, 2nd fret on the 5th string. Okay, 3 on the 6th, 2 on the 5, 1 on the 6th, back to 2 on the 5, and then it's kind of like a muted E, open E. And then you're going to play this funky chord here. I would say it's part of the E minor family. So it's going to be open E, open 6, 2 on the 5, open 4, 2 on the 3, open, open. And it's one of those chords that has to get resolved, and they do it eventually. Okay? All right? The parts of the tune where they do resolve it, we're going to just drop the note here on the G string to the 1st fret. See that? So go back and take a look at that. It could be tricky times. And then there's a middle part of the song. I don't know if it's the bridge or not. All I'm doing, it's going to be 7 on the 5, 5 on the 4, 6 on the 3. And I'm just kind of picking these chords. Again, getting that, maybe that open E in there sometimes. And make it your own. I mean, again, this is for solo acoustic, which is why I'm not even going over the slide parts. They're always different. So just kind of keep this simple. So again, that's your tune right there. You've got the 2 chords in the intro, or I should say the verse. Okay, the 3 chord shapes, or I should say the 1 chord shape, 3 positions: G, A, C, and then that's really it. So enjoy it, have fun. I'll see you on the next one. Hey everyone, good to see you. Much thanks. Thank you for stopping by, checking out 6 String Fun, checking this out. Back to the 90s. This was actually a request that I'm probably about 2 months late on, so I apologize. And I don't remember who requested it, so if you want to make yourself known, by all means. Or, you know, I'm glad you did request. It's a great tune. Again, another great one from the 90s by Toad the Wet Sprocket, Walk on the Ocean. Keep on the 4th fret. We're going to keep it in the same key. Simple chords for the most part: E minor, D, G, A, C add 9, even an E minor 7 will do. But if you can't do it, E minor is fine. So we'll get into this one. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. It's much appreciated. You know, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comments are much appreciated. You know, it kind of gives me an idea of what's good, what's not good, what you want to hear. Even if it's 2 or 3 months down the road, I eventually do get to it. So my apologies, but I'm glad I had a request. So let's get into this one. Fairly simple, and we'll let's go. Okay, so the verse is fairly simple with the chord shapes, but they're going to be changed. It's basically 3 lines in the verse, and every line is a little bit different. So we got to just make sure we kind of keep track of that. So it's as simple as the chords are. You want to make sure you kind of hit these, you know, hit their marks basically. So the first line of this verse is going to be E minor 7. Okay, and I play it. You could play E minor. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically taking a G shape, and I'm just taking my middle finger off the 6th string, and I kind of just do it this way. Okay, so instead of a G, I got that open E up top. Okay. All right, so it's an E minor 7, a C add 9, to a G, to an A. And let me make this clear, these are the shapes. I know this is not a true G or a D because of the capo here, but we're doing the shapes, okay? So E minor 7 shape, C add 9 shape, a G shape, and an A shape, okay? The strumming pattern. Down, and how I do it is, I don't know, I might be throwing an extra strum in there, but it helps me with my timing. So that's how we do it. So down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, basically like that. Down, up, down, up, down. Okay, let's put the chords in there. So instead of, right? Okay, so that's your first line in the verse. We are going to keep it basically the same, but we're going to swap out to just 1 chord. E minor, we're going to stay with that one. Instead of a C add 9, we're going to a D with an F sharp. Again, it's just the shape, the bass on that 2nd fret on the low E string. And the G and the A again. Okay? So that line will be. Alright? Last line of the verse, we're actually going to throw in another chord. Well, instead of 4, we're adding a 5th chord, but we already have done the chord, but we're just stretching this out. E minor 7, C add 9, to a G, D with the F sharp bass, to the A. Okay, and we kind of throw that suspended chord in there right there. So if we do the whole thing together, the first line, second line, third line, song is done at this point, okay? So, but keep in mind, you've got to keep those chords where they are. It's one of these tunes, and I go back to The River by Springsteen. You can't really ad-lib it. There is a structure to these chords and how they go, and this is particularly how this song goes. So you've got to just memorize. The chords are easy. You got to just memorize the progression. That's all. Verse, just one line, but the timing is going to change a little bit as far as how many measures. But I tend to just do the E minor to a G, to the D, to the A. Now, as I'm doing this, I've got the E minor, and I walk it up to the G, to the D, to the A. Walk on the ocean. And the key is to actually know what you're doing here, so we're going to rewind and do it again. Here we go. E minor. Still messed that up, but that's what you do when you're playing live. You plow right through it, okay? Rip it and rip it, right? So again. Song is done. There you go. There is a bit of a solo. I don't even know what it is. It's kind of, I guess it's maybe keys, or I don't think it's a guitar. That part of the tune is just the chorus. So you're playing the chorus progression on if you want to run some type of solo through that. But we went through it all. So that's it. As far as how we can play it, I know there's probably more to it. Again, we're keeping this simple on the acoustic guitar, campfire, solo acoustic, or a duo. Just have fun with it. People will know. I think people would dig this song. It's one of those tunes that people remember, but they forgot about. But when you play it, it's like, oh my God, I remember that song. And that's kind of how they remember you and your band, because you're kind of, there's nothing wrong with doing the old standards that most people do, but when you can throw in a tune that is an eye-opener and it brings people back, I think that says a lot. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Again, like, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. And again, to the person, and I don't remember who it was, and even if I did know who it was, I don't think I would throw your name out there unless you had given me permission. So again, I'm a little behind on this one, but I got it out there. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon.